you're a former teacher.
Yeah.
And your opposition to public school vouchers it's very well known.
Yes.
But I want to show our viewers a comment you made about the proposed, quote unquote, Furries bill that would ban, quote, non-human behaviors in public schools. Let's take a look.
My concern is that instead of holding a hearing about student mental health, instead of holding a hearing about school closures across Texas, we are spending precious legislative time toward the end of this legislative session on a bill called the Furries Act. And honestly, Representative Gertis, this whole thing is just weird and honestly a little creepy. And I think that's the point, because this is all, in my opinion, a manufactured, debunked smear campaign against our Texas public schools.
You mentioned a broader effort to undermine public schools. What do you mean by that, and what evidence do you see of that?
Well, so actually I'm going to go back to what I mentioned earlier about follow the money. I mentioned Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilks as the drivers behind a lot of these bills, including the voucher bill, the private school voucher scam, which would take money out of our public schools and give that money to wealthy parents who are already sending their kids to private school. I mean, it's the craziest idea I've ever heard. It's why Republicans and Democrats have opposed vouchers historically in Texas, including 2 years ago when Republicans and Democrats came together to defeat Greg Abbott's voucher scam on the floor of the House. Tim Dunn and Ferris Wilks and their empire have been behind this bill for a long time. Those who are close to these billionaires say that their goal is to replace public education with private religious schooling for every single Texan. That's where they're trying to get to. And this voucher is just the first step in that plan.